I am Lavanya, Department of Commerce. My topic is planning. Planning means deciding in advance what should be done in the future. Definition of planning. Planning is the determination in advance of a line of action in order to achieve a better performance. Without planning, any organization do not receive profit. So main function, planning is the main function of organizations. The next topic is characteristics of planning. There are more characteristics in planning. The first point, planning is goal oriented. Yeah, goal is important for all the organizations. So each and every organization has specific goal. In order to achieve these goals, company will do plan along with the activities to be undertaken to achieve desired goal. Second one, planning is the primary function. Planning is the primary functions of remaining other functions. Without planning, the other functions will not arise. Such functions are organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. Planning is continuous. All the plans are prepared for a certain period of time, maybe for a month, a quarter, a year. At the end of that period, company need to do a new plan. So it is a continuous in nature. Planning is futuristic. All plans prepared for future activities. Planning is the forward-looking primary functions of management. So planning is a futuristics because they enter into the actions. Planning is the first step. Planning is pervasive. Planning is required for all levels of management. Management having a three levels: top level, middle level, lower level. So all the three levels having a planning, as well as in all department of the organizations. Planning is flexible. Plans are drawn on the basis of future. Future is uncertain, but when we do proper plan, uncertain can be reduced. Planning involves a choice. Planning involves in the process of selecting best alternative and activities. Planning is before enter into the organizations. Planning is the first step. So we have more plannings. So we have to select the best choice of ours. Planning is a mental exercise. Planning is done by a human being, so it is a mental exercise of human beings. Planning will not be prepared by systems. Advantages and disadvantages of planning. Planning is forward looking. Planning is forward looking. So planning is having some points or advantages. First, avoid wastages, facilitate control, reduce risk, efficiency of work, focus on objectives. These are all advantages of planning. Disadvantages of planning: uncertain nature, loss of initiative, more time, money required, rigidity, and last one, ignorance. These are disadvantages. Next one, process of planning. These are 8 steps of process of planning. First one, identifying business opportunities, establishment of objectives, determination of planning premises, identifying the alternative course of actions, evaluating the alternative course of actions, selecting the best course of action, formulation of derivative plans, and last one, periodic evaluation. Identifying the business opportunities means select the business opportunities, which product you have to selected for business. The second one, establishment of objectives. At this step, major objectives of enterprises. Those objectives specify the result expected and exactly indicate what is to be done and what is to be accomplished. Planning premises. After determination of organizational goal, the next step, establishing planning premises. These planning assumptions done in internal and external environment. internal organizations having a both side. One side is internal, second one is external environment. Both are very important for the organization. So the internal premises induce organizational policies, resources, sales, forecast and ability of the company. Simply analyze the strength and weakness of environment. External environment means before doing plan, company need evaluate external premises such as competitors, technology and political situations. Simply analyze the opportunities and the threat of organizations. Identification of alternative. Planning is forward looking means we have a 4 or 5 plans. So first one you think 4 or 5 plans. This is identification of alternative. Based on the objectives, the organization and the planning premises, various alternatives can be identified. A particular objectives can be achieved through a number of ways. Evaluation of alternatives. Each alternatives are evaluated on the basis of profitability, risk involved, capital investment, etc. The purpose of evaluation of alternatives is to determine the advantages and disadvantages of the plannings. At this stage, an attempt is made to evaluate how each alternative contributes to the organizational objectives. Selecting the objectives. After the evaluating the alternatives, we have to select the best planning. After the evaluation of various alternatives, the best alternatives and one alternative selected, may choose more than one alternatives. If someone alternatives is not supporting, he will select other alternatives. The next one, formulating the supporting plans. After formulating basic plan, company will do supporting plans such plans are buying equipment, buying raw materials, recruiting, staffing, training and development. Establishing sequence of activities. At this stage, activities plan will be prepared. Activities plan include who will do some activities, what will do and at what time. Budget for various period also can be prepared. Next topic, classification of plans. And the plan can be classified according to the period means long term planning, medium term planning, short term planning. Long term planning means basically periods can be divided due to time. Long term planning means the years is usually 5 years, minimum 5 years and maximum 15 years. It is also known as a strategic planning. This is a long term planning is needed in the long term planning needed for introduction of a new product, entering a new market, changing the technique of production, increasing the scale of operations. Medium term planning. This period covered by the medium term plan is usually minimum 1 year, maximum 5 years. It is also known as tactical planning. The medium term planning is needed in the following circumstances: for making additions to an existing plant, expanding output from present level, appointment of new staff, increasing the volume of work. The last one, short term planning. The period covered by the short-term plans is usually less than 1 year. It is also known as operational planning. The short-term planning is needed in the following circumstances: purchase of raw materials, arrangement for employee training, employee facilities. Thank you.